Nick Chubb suffers what appears to be a very, very serious injury, Ocho. Now, remember in 2015 when he was in college, he tore his MCL, his PCL, his LCL, and cartilage damage in the same knee that was injured tonight. Now, I'm not Dr. Andrews or Dr. Neil Elatrosh, but from my eye, from my vantage point, Ocho, it looks like a very serious injury, and I would be shocked if he played this year. And when we talk about the running back, you and I, we talked about this last week. Last week, Ocho. I said, Ocho, what scares the owners is the running back longevity. Nick Chubb goes down. Looks like he's going to be lost for an extended period of time. Saquon Barkley, he's going to be gone for 3 weeks. J.K. Dobbins, he's gone for the year. Austin Eckler, he's out. Montgomery, he's out. So I see both sides of the coin. The owners are saying, because you play such a high collision position, we don't want to insure you or give you the guaranteed money. But the running backs are saying, that's why we want the guaranteed money, because we played that position.
But the funny thing about it, the funny thing about it, it isn't just the running back position. This is all positions in general want the security and the guaranteed money based on their performance. That's what everything is based off.
Yeah, but we know Ocho, through studies, the running back have the shortest shelf life.
Yeah, they do have the shortest shelf life. But when you look at it, you understand even with a short shelf life, running backs like Nick Chubb he's a special running back. He's in the category of his own with CMC, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, and a few others. So there's a difference. He warrants a payday that is just like that he makes. I think he's one of the few who's in double digits when it comes to how much he earns a year per salary. But tonight was very unfortunate. Unfortunate.
And I think the thing is that when you look at it, Ocho, most guys, safeties, DBs, realize they can't tackle Nick Chubb in his chest. We've seen him on social media squatting well over 600 pounds, maybe close to 700 pounds.
Almost 700, 675.
So they know in order to get him down, you got to chop him. It kind of reminds me of the injury. You remember Willis McGahee in the Fiesta Bowl?
Yes.
He got kind of
Ohio
tackled.
State.
Yes, he kind of got tackled very similar and suffered. So I don't know the extent of the injuries, but it didn't look good.
Yeah, it didn't look good. It was hard for me. I saw the first time. I didn't want to see the replay. But usually there's an advantage. There's a size advantage when it comes to the running back and the safety coming downhill on that collision. And the first thing they do, they instinctively go low. You go to the laces and you hit the knee. Obviously, you don't want to see anybody injured.
Absolutely.
And you really can't tell anybody how to tackle. And obviously, the way the rules are right now, you want to be extremely careful. You don't want to lead with the helmet. It's hard to hit with the shoulder because you hurt yourself, because you add a disadvantage to the safety trying to come up and hit someone as big as Chubb is.
With that power in his lower extremity.
With that kind of power. Exactly. So the first thing you do is you go low because, once you take the legs out, anything from the knee and below, they got to fall no matter what.
Exactly. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. And so that really handicaps, because he was really their offense, because you could do so much off of him because you have to drop that guy down. And now Deshaun is throwing on a lot of single coverage. So Ford came in and fielded admirably. Do you feel they need to go out, get Kareem Hunt? I don't know some of the other free agent running backs. He's familiar with their system. Right. He played, had some success there. Is it something that they need to add? Or do they feel comfortable moving forward with Ford?
I mean, it's okay to you want to be able to move forward, but obviously you want to bring in Kareem Hunt, who is also familiar with the system. They were the 1-2 punch when Chubb was healthy, not very long ago. I mean, it would only be smart. It would only be smart. I'm not saying he's the same type of running back, but he's someone who can give you quality reps at the position and has been successful as well. He's not as successful as Chubb, but there was a time where Kareem Hunt was that boy.
Yeah, but
he was that boy.
He's more of a multi-purpose back. He could run. We saw him rush for over 1,500, but he's also good at catching the ball out of the backfield, making people miss, getting the ball down the field.
Yeah.
You know what, Ocho? We got to have an open and honest conversation. It's time to talk about the Browns quarterback. That man got a big contract. 230 fully guaranteed. He threw a pick six. He had a scoop and score, and
Yeah.
he threw another, and he had another fumble. And at some point in time, we can't keep blaming it on Russ. We can't keep saying, Ocho, it's early. They paying this man too. He got that gargantuan contract. It's time to put up, Ocho.
He has that gargantuan contract based on what he did in a season, 2 seasons ago.
Yeah,
in 2021, 2021, if I'm not mistaken, right? You know, when he took Houston,
he missed that. But remember, he didn't play. Remember, because of all the other stuff that was circulating. So he didn't play that year.
It was the season before that.
Right.
So he remember he got the contract based off the 2020 season in.
Correct.
For that matter. For the 2020 season, put up crazy numbers. He gave people crazy work in that season with the Houston Texans. If you look at what he had to work with.
Yes. But here's the thing, Ocho.
Listen.
I gotta pay.
Look at the Texans roster. Look at the Texans roster.
Ocho, he's not on the Texans roster. He's on the Browns roster. Now, this is what he did
with much better talent. With much better talent surrounding him.
So you agreeing with me?
Oh yeah, I'm agreeing with you. But again, we in week 2, huh? We in week 2.
So hold on. Time out. Hold on. When you had a bad game, when did people give people consolation when you a top dog and you making big money? They say, "Oh man, it's only week 1." Ocho, okay. Oh, it's only week 2. When did we get that kind of concession? Hold on. I'm asking you a question. Did you get those kind of concessions when you played? Yes or no?
At times, yes, especially when it was early. At times,
that explains why the Bengals were in the situation they were in. Because Ocho, you making top dollar, you one of the highest paid, and you're gonna base it on early?
No, you wanted the top paid for a reason. You wanted the top paid for a reason.
Okay, you gotta live up to that reason.
So, okay, he threw a pick 6 tonight, right?
He threw a pick six, and he gave him a scoop and score.
It was a scoop and score.
Yeah.
Whose fault was it on the pick?
Well, I didn't like the route I didn't like the route combination because I don't like a stop route outside with the stick inside when you're playing man coverage. So you see when Minka walk, the safeties walk, that's man. So it was kind of like I didn't like the combination, but the tight end pulled up. Bro, I don't know why you pulled up because you see Highsmith walks with you. So therefore, it's telling you it's man coverage, and and Deshaun threw it. But you know how this goes. Whoever threw the ball, that's who gets credit. The interception don't go on your resume. It went on Carson's.
Okay, but this is what I like though. The fact that we know what happened. The fact that you don't like the combination of the route combination.
No, I did not.
Let's talk about that instead of saying, well, it's Deshaun's fault. We have the platform to let the people know it's not Deshaun's fault because of so and so or whatever it may be schematically. We can't just say, well, it's Deshaun's fault. We know the game of football, and you know why it was the interception.
So
I don't want to put it on nobody else.
What you've seen from Deshaun last year and this year, is he living up to that payday?
Wait. Last year we had a small sample size and nothing but 6 games. Now I know we're not basing nothing off of that. So
Cleveland should give him a small sample size of his contract. So until you start paying better, then I'll pay you the portion of your contract. Come on, Ocho, we got to stop this. We making concessions for guys that never got concessions made for in the past because we like them. I like Deshaun too, but Deshaun is not living up to it.
I like everybody, but he got a contract, right? But he hasn't even been able to play a full season yet to say anything regarding the contract that he did get. He got it for what he did in the past. No, Ocho. We give you a contract based on what we can believe. We've already paid you for that. We paid Deshaun. So now we're paying you based on what we can believe you can do. Unc, we in week 2. You ain't played a whole year. You had 6 games last year. Are we basing anything off of
that's what you said?
Is that what we basing it off? We can't do that.
Ocho, remember I asked you, how long are we going to use Russ? Are we going to be going into next year saying, remember, he was off for 2 years. So I'm asking you, how long are we going to use Russ?
Listen, offensively, right? Think about it. When you come out of the preseason, most of the starters don't play, right? Most of the starters don't play. So when the season starts, based on what I can remember when I was playing, for the defense, it's easy. All you got to do is read and react. Offensively, when I was playing with the Bengals and we were on our humming, like we was humming, like 2005. We ain't start getting our chemistry and start really putting work in together, Carson and I, in that offense in general, until we got to week 4, week 5. But then we hit the ground running the rest of the season. But
I agree.
Now we talk about, well, goddamn, we paid you this money. When we gonna get to see? I mean, it's the other dudes on the other side of the ball. They getting paid too.
Yes.
He ain't just playing against nobody now.
But hold on. I don't hear them other dudes be talking. They wasn't sending you no milk or magnesia. They wasn't holding up no signs. You say you that guy. That's what you saying.
Yeah,
you say you that dog, and now you want me to make concessions for you.
This is the quarterback position.
Yes,
this is the quarterback position, and it's ridiculed in a different way than every other position.
Why they make the most money? I just want you to tell me why they make the most money.
They make the most money because it's the second most difficult position on the field.
It's the most difficult position to play in football.
No, don't do that. Come on, don't do that. You've been playing football long enough to know that DB is the most difficult position on the field. Don't do that.
No, it's not. Look, I get it, Ocho. I get it. If you're saying is it harder to play than a wide receiver? Yes. Is it harder to play than most positions? But the quarterback, there's a reason why he plays the most important position in professional sports, because he touches the ball everything goes through him. Okay. Because a cornerback, we've seen Dion lock somebody down, but because his quarterback was trash, they got led 8 up.
Right. Okay. I see what you mean. Okay. From that perspective, when you look at it, when you say it that way, okay.
I'm just asking you, how long are we going to use the rust argument? I just need to know.
I say give it to week 4, week 5. Week 4, week 5. And that's for every offense in the NFL. That's for every single one.
I tell you what, what I do agree, and I've always liked playing in the preseason because I needed my timing.
Same.
I needed my breathing. Same. So I like the way Mike did it. Okay, we're going to play 10 snaps and we're going to play 20 snaps and we're going to take it into the third quarter. Then we're going to miss because because the first couple of weeks is going to be like preseason. Yeah. You got to get your body. And that's why I think some of the injuries is because you're asking a guy to go all of a sudden just creep, and then go 100 miles an hour.
And hit it running, which is another thing. Another thing that I used to do. I used to love the preseason. I used to love the preseason because for the people that's watching, let me give you a small story, very small story. I'm gonna keep it short. You can practice 365 days a year, and practice. You can practice all day in the preseason. You can practice all day in training camp. Matter of fact, Shannon, we had to do 2 a days.
Yeah,
we had to do 2 a days. And when you get to the game, it ain't nothing like it.
And even though like you said, Ocho, we played the game in the preseason back when you and I played. Yeah, that first game, the moment we went hurry up or we went 2 minutes, I was dog tired because it's different. No matter there's no way to replicate it or duplicate it or simulate it. It's impossible, man. Listen, I got to the preseason games. I never forget. I wanted to get acclimated to game tempo very fast. Right.
I remember making Marvin Lewis call a timeout. I refused to come out the preseason game. I refused to come out. I refused to come out because I really wanted that time to make sure when I got to week 1, I had got everything I need to get out of me. So I'm at game speed, game tempo. I didn't care who the quarterback was at the time. I'm out there trying to stay. I want to stay with the 2s. Let me stay with the 3s. I'm okay. Let me work on my stuff to make sure I'm good and ready to go week 1.